This documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
No, did you hire somebody to kill Pac? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know?
Piers Morgan stated that Diddy must be held accountable for his actions and face the consequences after evading responsibility for so long. He emphasized that it's time for Diddy to pay for his crimes and confront the lasting effects of his past actions, which he's managed to avoid for years.
Probably not a great husband, but
right now everything's going on. Nobody wants to talk about it. I don't want to be the sacrificial lamb.
Why does nobody want to talk about it?
I don't know.
Are people afraid of Diddy's influence? Is that what this is?
Nigga, I'm watching, bro. It is something like, Charlamagne, tell the truth, bro. Go ahead. Oh, hell nah. Like, I'm on my own.
You think Charlamagne won't talk about Diddy?
Nobody will talk about it. Listen, I called Joe. Joe said, Ak, you ain't on with this one, man. I'll catch you on the next scandal. I'm like, what?
Really?
What the fuck? He's
really?
Yeah.
So, and explain the influence of Diddy, because I'm seeing people dropping him left and right.
Play this. I don't know what they might
Did Diddy Aaliyah?
I don't know.
Why you put Aaliyah on? Why is she involved in this?
I thought it was like a faulty plane, but you never know. He blew up a car, you never know. Might have, I don't know.
Why Aaliyah?
You tell me, Al.
Charlamagne is one of the few individuals brave enough to speak out about Diddy's sexuality and the consequences it had. He highlighted how Wendy Williams was banned from the industry due to her comments on the topic, shedding light on the challenges and backlash faced by those who spoke out.
I want to end, Charlamagne, it's a couple of totally different stories. One is what's happening with P. Diddy. His former security guard, Roger Bonds, came on my show last week, said he'd seen Diddy violent with multiple women. A lot more allegations coming out all the time about it. What do you make of what is happening with Diddy?
The same thing I make of, what's happening with anybody. If you got to deal with the consequences of your action. Period. You can't run from yourself. I tell people that all the time, man. Like, I'm a big proponent of mental health. And the reason I'm a big proponent of mental health and people doing the work on themselves is because a lot of people are dealing with a lot of unhealed trauma. They're dealing with a lot of pain and a lot of hurt, and they end up projecting that pain and that hurt onto other people. And that's what I think has been happening with him over the years. I don't know him personally. I know him from interviewing him. Of course, I've had conversations with him, but I've never hung out with him. I've never been to a Diddy.
Big Boy has publicly called Diddy a liar, criticizing the authenticity of his apology. He pointed out how fake Diddy's apology appeared, especially after surveillance footage surfaced showing him abusing Cassie. This footage adds weight to the allegations in Cassie's lawsuit, reinforcing her claims and casting doubt on Diddy's version of events. Big Boy's comments further highlight the seriousness of the accusations and the growing scrutiny surrounding Diddy's actions.
Catch up with you. And I think that's what we're seeing right now. I think we're seeing a lot of his BS catching up with him. You can't even hide. Like you just the same way, Trump was trying to hide things. P. Diddy was trying to hide things too by suppressing that tape. So you can't run from yourself, Piers. You got to deal with the consequences of your actions. So whatever happens to him, as far as legal ramifications are concerned, or jail time, he has to deal with that. But what I would tell people is don't forget what the issue is, because a lot of times we do that here in America. We get so caught up in the celebrity that we forget what the actual issue is. And the issue in this situation is domestic violence. The issue in this situation is the patriarchy, because as long as you have, men, especially powerful men, thinking that women are their property, and they can do whatever to them, you're going to see situations like, the Diddy Cassie tape. And like I said, men not dealing with their unhealed trauma, men not dealing with their pain, men not dealing with their hurt and projecting it onto, people around them. Those are the three issues that I think we really should be focused on, because long after we're not talking about this P. Diddy and Cassie situation anymore, there's still going to be women all around the world, dealing with men like that. So how do we get to the root of the issue? I think we only get to the root of the issue by talking about the actual issue and not the individual.
This isn't the first time Charlamagne has addressed the domestic violence claims against Diddy. However, some believe he has been secretly supportive of Diddy all along, questioning whether his public statements were truly against him or part of a strategy to defend the music mogul while maintaining a facade.
You think I was going to ever see a video like this?
I heard abuse whispers. So
Really?
I was thinking, yeah.
I heard gay. I'd never heard porn.
I always heard gay.
Gay nonstop. And that was enough. People were like...
That's because of Wendy Williams.
What'd you say?
Oh,
That was Wendy. Wendy's whole thing was Diddy was gay since the 90s.
She knew, dog.
No, Wendy was
We
throwing
owe
that
Wendy
out
an
there.
apology.
That's why Wendy got fired from Hot 97. Wendy got fired from Hot 97 by Diddy because that's when Bad Boy was smoking hot.
Wow.
And yeah, she got fired for putting that out there. Like,
Do you think that Diddy held on to the gay rumors so that people didn't know what he really was?
Yeah.
Ooh. Because that's the perfect...
Charlamagne wasn't afraid to criticize Diddy's son, telling him to stop making music and accusing him of trying to cover for his father. While I don't agree with Charlamagne on every issue, I find myself agreeing with him on this one. His blunt remarks shed light on the situation, suggesting that Diddy's son might be stepping into a role that could further protect his father's reputation, rather than pursuing his own path in music.
I'm not sure if you want to answer this, but what are your thoughts on everything going on with Diddy right now?
I think when it comes to that situation, man, I think we shouldn't focus on the individual. We should focus on the issue. Because I think what happens a lot of times is, because of the celebrity, we get lost in talking about the celebrity and not talking about the actual issue. The issue is domestic violence.
Yep,
The issue is exactly what I just said about, men not going to do the proper work on themselves, and they're dealing with a lot of pain and a lot of hurt and unhealed trauma, and they're projecting that pain and that hurt on the other people. The issue is patriarchy, right? Because as long as you have a system where men feel superior to women and they're dealing with that pain and they're dealing with that hurt, they're going to project that. We're going to continue to project that onto our women. So I think those are the issues that we should be discussing as opposed to talking about the individual. And we tend to do that a lot as a society. We get lost in the celebrity of things as opposed to, okay, what are we here for?
Because it's clickbait.
Yeah.
It's clickbait.
Like, Diddy brings the engagement, but right now as I'm talking, there's a woman out there getting beat up by a man, right? And she's not going to get no news coverage. Nobody's going to talk about her.
We should say the name of Cassie, the survivor of the domestic violence.
Yes.
Let's talk more about her.
Absolutely.
As well.
Just talk about the issue, Priya. Let's talk about the actual issue and not the individual.
When it comes to us, it doesn't seem to be the thing we think, amplified.
Not to mention, Charlamagne recently discussed how Diddy held a grudge against Drake and was actively rooting against him for reasons unknown. This revelation opens up a whole new can of worms, raising questions about the deeper tensions and rivalries within the industry that have yet to be
King Combs' Diddy's son released a new record. It's called Pick a Side, and it has people talking. Can we play a clip of it?
Police raid the crib like they think we selling crack, but we out here selling tracks, multi-million-dollar plaques.
Man, the worst advice Diddy ever gave King Combs was can't stop, won't stop, because he needs to stop.
What you mean?
He needs to stop. First of all, I don't believe anything King Combs says on that record. I dare you to say no Diddy. That's all you're going to hear when you out and about, sir. People are going to try you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try you because they know you're not built like that. So they're going to be saying that just to antagonize you.
Yeah, well, people put the record out as a diss record. It said he was dissing 50 Cent. He mentions 50 Cent in the record.
I didn't hear the 50 Cent diss.
He says many men hated on me. Do we have that part?
I didn't hear him dissing 50 Cent, but what I did hear him, I heard him taunting the FBI.
Right.
Do we have that part?
Well, before you do that, let me get to that. Well, he did mention 50's name and said many men hated on him. And he said, 50 Cent said, I feel so threatened by the things Christian is saying on this record. I'm afraid for my life. Please don't hurt me, guys. I never mentioned or posted anything about Puffy Kids because Keefe D said he killed Tupac. Laugh out loud. So that was 50 Cent's response.
And see, that's the other thing, right? It's been really quiet about the Diddy situation, right? It's like the Drake and the Kendrick and all that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He took so why stir all of this back up by putting out a record that none of us needed?
Well,
nobody needed this.
Well, he also talks about the feds. And
knock them walls down like when them Fetty boys ran in both our cribs. Too bad they ain't know we bought the one next door, cause that's the one they mid.
All right, get a warrant for that one too now. I'm gonna go get. Now since King Combs wants to tell us that's the house that we missed, we need to get a warrant for that one as well. It's like, come on, man. You talking like y'all know y'all in the clear. Leave the feds the hell alone, man.
Well, 50 Cent responded to that too. He says, now why would you say some ish like this when you know the feds are investigating? Is you stupid or is you dumb? Laugh out loud.
And he's right. Once again, the worst advice Diddy probably ever gave his son was can't stop, won't stop. Because sometimes it's okay to stop. You need to stop right now.
This doesn't stop Charlamagne from putting people on the spot during his show, asking them to discuss Diddy and share their feelings about everything happening. He continues to challenge his guests, encouraging open discussions and offering a platform for them to express their opinions on the ongoing situation with Diddy.
And Kendrick says this, Kendrick says, I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. I've been saying for years, I say I don't like when Drake sings. I like when he raps. I've been saying, when Drake did that video back in the day, I don't remember what video it was. It was when he had the hoodie on and the headlines, and it looked like they was all like a flash mob that was going to run up in a store and steal every goddamn thing. Like they just couldn't wait to run up in H&M or something and just take everything off the. Like that's what that I didn't like that either. You gonna make a back Puff? Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something. That's a reference to when
I didn't get
They
it.
said slapped him.
Well,
Right?
Puff allegedly slapped Drake. I'll never forget that night either.
You were there?
No, I woke up and my phone was ringing. I'm gonna tell you something. I can say this without a shadow of a doubt, and this is true. The industry is behind the scenes. They've always been against Drake. Like they've always actively rooted against Drake.
Why?
I do not know. Probably just because he's from Canada and he's winning. Probably because he's from Canada and he's not. He's probably because he's not American. I don't know. Like
I don't think that's it.
Yo, Drake used to say this in his raps, and he used to talk about the industry plotting against him. He was not lying. I'm not even going to sit there and tell you no lie. Because whenever stuff like this used to happen to him, my phone would go crazy.
Well, who the industry?
And it wouldn't be like regular people. It'd be like execs and like managers like that. Like, yo, Diddy just slapped Drake. I'm like, really? And I'll never forget that night. So he's not. Drake's not paranoid when he says these things.
I just feel like why and who would be behind it if the industry is benefiting off of him?
All right, listen. Hate, jealousy,
bro.
and envy is a real.
All in all, Charlamagne believes Diddy's reign as the king of hip-hop is over. Although he backtracked on his earlier statements to clarify his position, Charlamagne still expressed disappointment with the choices Diddy has made. He pointed out that even influential figures like Diddy can make mistakes. The Breakfast Club host urged listeners to focus on the bigger issue and understand the root causes of the situation, emphasizing that it's important to dig deeper into why everything is happening, rather than just focusing on the surface-level drama surrounding Diddy and his actions.
What's walking in that door? He could bring anything in that door.
Yeah, but I mean, what is this?
That's what I'm talking about. They back him out.
This is the raid? This is Diddy raid?
Yes, bro. They arresting whites. They was arresting whites.
This is too much.
It is too much.
Like, unless they know something that we don't know.
Thank you.
But then I wonder how much the internet plays into this type of shit. I wonder if, these people are online and watching these YouTube videos and buying into these conspiracy theories and they're getting phone calls and anonymous tips and probably a bunch of anonymous tips because of what the internet is fueling. I wonder if that's causing people to, to react like this. Because this is crazy, bro.
It's crazy.
I just don't like it. I mean, I don't like it just because it's sad. Like, how many people's legacies have we watched burn to the ground? From the Russell Simmons, from,
But it's
Diddy.
good that they burned to the ground if they did fuck shit.
Sure, but it's
you still sad.
So it's
that
just
they
one
even did
emotion.
it.
Like y'all all lying to yourself if y'all say, yeah, good for them. Provided the soundtrack to our lives, they contributed to culture in real ways. Before we knew any of that shit, from the Harvey Weinsteins to whoever, we all were inspired by them if you were in entertainment because you wanted to build what they built. Who do you love, Taylor?
With heart.
Who do you like? Who inspires you?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Who?
Issa Rae.
So if God forbid some bullshit like this, you found out Issa Rae was in the shit like this, that wouldn't hurt your feelings?
I'm not saying it wouldn't hurt.
Okay then, so I don't know why. So that's why I don't understand when people are so quick to be like, no, fuck that. You have feeling, you have mixed emotions. I'm taking the victims into consideration. I'm taking what's going on with them in the
just
Diddy and all them.
about the whole
it's
situation.
mixed emotions.
It's like OJ.
No, I never felt like that about OJ.
Man, what?
I mean, I didn't grow up on OJ though, so I mean, I didn't feel like that.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I didn't grow up. I didn't feel like that.
It's not OJ. It's like Harvey Weinstein. Like, you saw Shakespeare in Love, and you're like, this guy, wow, he made this movie.
To me, it's like Bill Cosby.
That's another one. That's another one.
Bill Cosby.
Yes.
Bill Cosby hurt my feelings.
But that's what I'm saying. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that you look at the Russell Simmons. And by the way, I'm not even gonna put Harvey Weinstein in there because I didn't feel like that about Harvey Weinstein. I'm lying. But the Russell Simmons, the Bill Cosbys, the Diddys, you're lying if you don't. It's the same thing when I see Kanye, even though Kanye's situation doesn't have anything to do with, sexual abuse or.
Charlamagne backed down from putting Diddy on the spot and asking him uncomfortable questions whenever he's been on the show. Instead, he subtly addressed 50 Cent's claims that Diddy is gay, adding fuel to the ongoing rumors. Charlamagne's approach shifted, but he continued to bring up sensitive topics surrounding Diddy.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Dude, I want to do whatever you want to do.
That's what you said to Puff? And it's his
Oh,
part? You ever said that?
my God.
Ray,
I'm not-
Ray, how'd that?
Ray, you can get the cameras going right now and wrestle Charlamagne. That'd be a good one.
Ray, I'm just asking, has those words ever been
Don't
said?
let him play with you, Ray. That's the second time we trying to play with you, Ray.
My God.
That's the second time, Ray. Cause you got the goons. You know you got those goons. You got a booty goon show?
No, Angela Yee made up Booty Goons. I said it more uncut, but I do got the agency now.
Let's just say Charlamagne isn't buying a word of what Diddy's saying, especially after noticing how nervous Diddy looks while rambling on. Charlamagne pointed out that Diddy's body language and uneasy speech only added to the doubts, making it harder for him to take Diddy's statements seriously.
In your book, Get Honest or Die Lying, you talk about the influence of hip-hop. And when it comes to hip-hop, of course, many people think of Diddy as one of the pioneers. And at one point, you were not happy that his legacy was being destroyed. Let me play this piece of sound.
I don't know, man. I just don't like it. I mean, I don't like it just because it's sad. Like, you know, how many people's legacies have we watched burn to the ground? You know, from the Russell Simmons, from...
After the security video of Cassie and Diddy was leaked, Charlamagne wasn't afraid to voice his opinion. It became clear that he was fully supporting Cassie, expressing his belief in her side of the story. Charlamagne made no effort to hide his stance, showing his allegiance to her throughout the situation.
Because they said you were sounding real suspect on the interview.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Of course, did he see that?
Nah, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I swear to God.
Come on, man. You saw that on World Star and on the gram.
Check this out. When they started playing the game, the pause game, I would definitely...
That came from Harlem, too.
Yeah, it came from Harlem. I definitely would say some, oh my, woo. The crowd would be like, whoa, did he just say that? You know what I'm saying? I don't play games, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I don't play games. But, yeah.
Did you
compilation? Nah, I was coming off of being in Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man.
I don't know what I was talking about.
Nah. I mean, I was
you don't go back and look at that stuff and laugh?
I mean, it could be funny. I don't really be on it like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like.
I'm sure we can put Charlamagne's compilation against Diddy's compilation.
We have a bunch. We put.
Yeah. I mean, I also don't do it because I know I'm bad at the game. I know I say like reckless stuff out my mouth that's just not maybe adding up to with somebody who's homophobic, but I'm not homophobic and I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? I just.
50 came up here and he was giving you flack for asking Fab to party. So he'll ask you to play the clip, man.
Yeah, play the clip. Go ahead.
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
I asked 50 about that. And he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah. I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Yo, why do you and Fif just...
Hey, yo. Y'all can't see that he loves me?
But see...
You really, hold on, you really think that's hate? When you really break it down, you've been out here a long time. You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
Okay.
But why not? Y'all both passionate. Y'all both...
I don't know. Yo, check this out. I don't know.
Like
I don't...
both the same.
No, we are not.
Okay.
We are not the same. I'm not thinking about all that. All them gnats... they can't really touch me. Y'all, at the end of the day, y'all see and y'all know what it is. Mm-hmm. The track record. Y'all know the business acumen. Y'all know the community service. Y'all know what I'm about. And when he does that, it's like funny to me. I don't really take it personal. I know he has a different sense of humor, and he's just not in my life. We don't have to never cross paths. And I will never say nothing negative about him, you know, because that's just not me.
It feels like something must have happened, though, like that we just don't know about behind the scenes.
Charlamagne believes Diddy's apology is insincere, stating that Diddy isn't truly sorry, just sorry he got caught.
Actually worse than what Cassie describes in the lawsuit.
You think so? I think honestly, the video is light compared to what she probably, or what she went through in the room. Because like her just trying to get away and her laying there like almost freaking lifeless. You know what I mean? Like, imagine what happened in the room and how somebody can be so functional like that, extremely drunk. He managed to not let that towel slip. He managed to do all of that with one hand.
Yeah, and the fact that he didn't care about any of that.
Didn't care.
You running around in a hotel with a towel wrapped around you.
And you know
and insulting a person
it's
at an
cameras.
elevator. That's a different level of insanity.
It's disgusting. It's definitely disgusting. She didn't try to defend herself and probably couldn't because of what happened in the room.
But not only that, that was his girl, right? That was the person that he said he loved, and she's laying on the floor lifeless.
The Breakfast Club host emphasized how weak Diddy's apology was, dismissing it as empty and lacking genuine remorse. Charlamagne made it clear that he doesn't buy Diddy's attempts to show contrition.
Out of Diddy's mouth.
Absolutely.
Like he's not sorry. He's sorry he's got caught.
Yep.
He's sorry that the video leaked.
Absolutely. That's what Cassie legal team said.
If that video hadn't come out, he'd still be lying right now.
Yeah, because he said that it was like for a play. Like early on, he was saying Cassie and the other women that came forward with these claims, he denied everything, and he suggested that his victims were looking for a payday. And but Cassie's lawyer said he only felt like he was compelled to apologize once his repeated denials were proven false. And that just shows that he's pathetic, and no one will be swayed by his disingenuous words.
Why would you still be holding on to the video? Like, you think you can in Menace to Society? Like, what the hell is you?
I don't think that came from him. I think that whoever probably sold him that video probably had another copy.